What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Shabazz with the proper perspective. It's a glitch in the system, and that's the glitch. So what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? This is Shabazz with the proper perspective. I know I'm bugging out. Read it in the news. Read it 2 times, read it 3 times, and I'm like, no, this is wild. So I had to go find it to make sure it was real. I'm almost like, it can't be real, but it is. It can't be real. It can't be real. It can't be real, but it is. So I'm gonna play this clip. The MAGA minions have struck again, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody go call the MAGA daycare. They got a mango mental patient on the loose. Listen to what this fool said.
World War I, because we won that war too. But think of it, I'm calling. Now, we love France, right? But I think we did a little more to win the war than France did. Do we agree? You know, I don't want to be a wise guy.
Well, ain't no fear in that. He telling the truth. We know. We know, Mr. Orangutan. We know you don't want to be a wise guy. And you are not. You know, it's a shame. It's sad that somebody with all of that power, with all of that privilege, is proud to say he doesn't want to be wise. I mean, when did having intelligence become a bad thing? So he doesn't want to be a wise guy. He doesn't want to be wise, intelligent, smart. He can't even crack a good joke, but that's another story.
You know, I don't want to be a wise guy. But when Hitler made his speech at the Eiffel Tower, I would say that wasn't exactly ideal.
Your statements on history aren't exactly ideal. He actually thinks Hitler made a speech at the Eiffel Tower. It's laughable, but it's sad at the same time. But it's pathetic. This is what's bugging me out. You got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. He said Hitler gave a speech at the Eiffel Tower. Like, now maybe this is only getting to me because I'm a history buff. Because clearly the people in the audience were clapping. There was no sound, facial expression where people are like, taken aback, taken aback. There's no gasps for air. So maybe this is just because I'm a history buff. This is just dumb. This is just epic failure level dumb. Let me bring it home for you. It's like saying Martin Luther King gave his I Have a Dream speech at Coachella. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong everything. Now, this ain't just a little mix-up. This is the old man. For all you people out there that said don't vote for Biden because he's old. Well, you voted for the other old guy, and he's running the country. So this old octogenarian, senile, cognitive declining man who doesn't even know basic history of the country he says he loves. They teach you this stuff in middle school. This is how epic proportion failure this is. Imagine if somebody were to tell you Beyonce performed Single Ladies at the Last Supper. That would smack you. You would be like, okay, now that's a high level of idiocy. That mistake is equivalent to Beyonce performing Single Ladies at the Last Supper. Or better yet, picture Trump proudly announcing that Tupac did the halftime show at the Roman Coliseum. That's how stupid he sounds. Let's say you're the sports. It's the same as saying Michael Jordan won his 6th ring playing for the Harlem Globetrotters. Yeah, it's that stupid. But this is the man in charge. There has never been a better poster child for white privilege. Can you imagine President Barack Hussein Obama signed the Emancipation Proclamation? Yeah, and he did it on TikTok. You know how quickly that person would be laughed out of the room? And the scary part, it's not that he said it. It's scary he believes this. It's scary that he's so proud of his ignorance that he says this stupid stuff out loud. Nobody had to catch him on a hot mic. He just went straight to the mic and said, I know exactly what I'm gonna say. This ain't some grandpa at the barbershop moment. This is an old, cognitively declining man, the so-called leader of the free world, the person who has his hands on those nuclear codes. He thinks Hitler was out there sightseeing in Paris like a tourist with a megaphone. At this point, his historical knowledge is tantamount to fan fiction. You know, if it ain't in a movie that he half watched with the volume on mute, he's lost. He doesn't know geography. It is idiocy, stupidity of trying to rename the Gulf of Mexico. Millions of people who voted for this man, and you got millions of people out here clapping for this man. The people in the audience are clapping. Or maybe they clapping because they don't know either. Maybe they too lazy to crack open a book. One way or the other, everybody is cheering. That alone should be scary if it wasn't laughable. I mean, listen.
And I called up the president, Macron, good guy, by the way. But I think we did a little more to win the war than France did. Do we agree? You know, I don't want to be a wise guy.
You're not. He's not. He's clearly not a
But
white
when
man.
Hitler made his speech at the Eiffel Tower, I would say that wasn't exactly ideal.
That wasn't exactly historically correct.
And I called up the president, Macron, good guy, by the way.
Now again, maybe this takes a little bit more nuance. Maybe you got to be a little bit more Afrocentric to catch that boondoggle of a lie. Macron is not a good guy. Macron is not a good guy. You know, I will leave my history buff role and put on my red, black, and green cap. Macron is not a good guy. He's the person that Burkina Faso kicked out. That Mali and Niger said, go on, we are tired of your exploitation. Macron is not a good guy. This fool thinks he is. I wonder why. He's a horrible businessman. He's just a good crook. That's what he is. I just wanted to say this is absolutely ridiculous. And in honor of the orangutan mental patient, I'll just play the glitch again. 86-47.